What's going on, guys? It's me, Pfhorbear. I thought it'd be fun to make a quick video where we, try to set expectations for E3. Try to be realistic about things, not to set our bars too high, but also like have like a reasonable amount of expectation going into the event, right? So the reason for this is because I've seen a lot of other creators setting extremely high expectations, not even just on YouTube necessarily, but kind of across the board, right? Including on Twitter, a couple of Twitch streamers are maybe setting their hopes a little too high. So I'm going to tell you what we should expect, things probably not to expect, and things that I think we could get but are absolutely not guaranteed. These are different than what we should expect because they're more like wish list items for me. Love to see people quitting before a match even begins. This is gonna be a quick one. So I think the biggest thing to expect is the multiplayer reveal. I think that that's extremely obvious given the teaser that we got for the Xbox and Bethesda game showcase, sort of sort of teaser from Xbox's announcement for the date and what that will contain. I also think that it's extremely possible that we will get a campaign trailer of some kind. Maybe live action, most likely something with some cinematics, and a little bit of gameplay kind of spruced in here and there, with no HUD, something pretty standard when it comes to trade shows like this. I can't believe these guys aren't gonna quit, man. Good for them, I guess. This guy's a little tricky guy. Okay, so a trailer, containing some campaign gameplay. And this one's kind of a wish list item, but it's also one that I'd be extremely surprised if we don't get, which is going to be a release date. Now, as far as when I think we could expect the release for Halo Infinite, the popular theory is November 15th. The reason why that date makes a lot of sense for people is because it is the 20th anniversary day and date for the original Xbox and for Halo. So, it makes a lot of sense to a lot of people. I think it makes a lot of sense. It is a Monday, which is kind of a weird day, but I think that they would make that work. And if not, then either November 16th or it'll be earlier than that. Those are the only three things that I see happening. I don't see it coming out later than November 15th. I don't think it makes sense. I don't think it works for them in a cool fashion, so to speak. That's it. Those are really the three things that I think that we should expect. A multiplayer reveal, some actual gameplay footage being shown, maybe not an entire multiplayer match. I think that may even be setting expectations a little too high. But obviously the big thing that they're pushing for this event, right, is multiplayer. Whatever form that might take. So the thing that I think we should also focus on is what not to expect, right? The whole point of this is to set reasonable expectations. So I think that it's smart to not expect the following: more than 10 minutes of Halo stuff. Now this one kind of fits into the third category a little bit more, things that I think that we might get, which is, I think it is possible that we get 10 minutes, more than 10 minutes of Halo, but it is one of those things that I think hoping for it, right? I think hoping for more than 10 minutes, or expecting more than 10 minutes rather, is setting yourself up to be a little bit disappointed. I think that there's more than enough they could show us that would fill more than 10 minutes, but, trying to be reasonable, right? Oh, I jumped off the map. Pretty, right? Another thing not to expect is going to be flighting at the end of the conference. I've seen some people hoping for and saying that they almost expect there to be like a shadow drop for flighting, where we go into the event not knowing anything about what we're gonna see, and then boom, at the end of the event the flight is made available. I don't think that that's a reasonable expectation. The flighting for this game is going to be extremely important, and I think that they're going to try to set those expectations for people. It is on a Sunday, which is interesting. It would definitely stress test their servers if that's what they were going for. But again, I don't know that it's a reasonable expectation. Another one of the things that I saw on some people's like bingo list is anything related to the television series, guys. It is E3. I know that the original Halo television series was shown off at a similar trade event. I believe it was the original Xbox One reveal showcase kind of thing back in 2013. Don't expect anything for the Halo TV series, right? Like, if we get something cool, but it is about the games. I jumped off the map again. Suicide. I can't focus on talking to you guys and keep myself from jumping off of the map. Another thing that I saw someone say that they think that we're gonna get is the collector's edition info. Like, hey, maybe we'll see the collector's edition. Maybe we'll see what the limited edition console looks like. There's no way. There's no way that happens. I missed the first swing. I should have let him know that I was there so he could kill me. I think it's silly to expect to see anything out of the collector's edition at the showcase, right? I think that it's one of those things that we'll probably get an announcement for it in a couple of weeks, along with whatever cool bonuses that's going to come with, and pre-order incentives and all of that fun stuff, right? XP boosts and stuff like that. Now, things that I would like to see, right? Some of the most important things that I would love to see for Halo at E3 is, like I said earlier, more than 10 minutes of footage. I think expecting more than 10 minutes is the wrong play, but hoping for more than 10 minutes, I don't think that's necessarily setting yourself up for disappointment, right? Another thing that I'd love to see. Did I get that? I think I did. Things that I would like to see a lot. Craig. I'd love to see Craig shown off in some form or fashion. If you're a Destiny fan, you're familiar with the idea of Randall the Vandal, right? So Randall the Vandal is a Vandal that spawns randomly out on the Cosmodrome in Destiny 1, who had a ridiculous amount of health. And the community kind of named him Randall the Vandal, and he took on like a whole life of its own. I'd love to see Craig in a similar fashion, just randomly appear in the world, be the only brute, maybe even, that is completely bald, doesn't have a beard or any sort of hair or anything like that. I think that'd be very funny. I would be almost surprised if Craig didn't show up in the, trailers that we get out of E3 at all. You know what I mean? Another thing that I'd love to see is dates for flighting. Now, like I said, I think a shadow drop of flighting after the showcase is the wrong move. I think that giving us dates for flighting, maybe either during the event or even sometime thereafter, I think it would make sense for them to show it during the event. But dates for flighting will most likely happen, or is something I should say rather, that is reasonable to hope for. I'd hate to say is most likely happening rather. I'd hate to say that it is most likely happening in the section that I've dedicated to things that I'd like to have happen or things that should happen, rather than things to expect. So, flighting dates. I think it's something that will likely happen. Obviously not a guarantee. Did he spawn behind us just now? Is that what just happened? Something else I'd love to see. Cortana dialogue. I think that it's possible if we are going to get another campaign trailer. At this point, I think that it's important to them to start really, really pushing campaign, story elements. Not that we haven't seen anything out of the campaign yet, obviously. But I think that now would be an amazing time to really start getting those gears turning, letting people know what to expect out of a story. And I think another little vocal cameo from Cortana, since we haven't gotten one in a while, would be just the way to do that. I disagree with that a little bit. Okay. Finally, the last thing that I'd really like to see, guys, honest and truly, would be Joseph Staten to take the virtual stage, if it must be, if it is going to be a virtual stage. I guess we really don't know what to expect out of this one. Ah, damn! I should have known that they were going to be in there. but like Joseph Staten takes the stage like he did at E3 2004, and gives like a full like head-to-toe feature, like a full feature set where he covers all of the new features coming to Infinite's multiplayer. I think that would be fantastic. I disagree with that. I'm pretty sure I hit that guy. But like really does go into it like, hey, here's some of the equipment items you can expect to see in Infinite. Here are changes to like the weapons or to vehicle health. You know, like they did on the Halo 2 demo where they came in and showed off like the destructible elements to the vehicles for the first time. 343 is obviously extremely invested in making sure that this game at least feels similar to classic Halo, and I think giving like a straight up classic style Halo E3 showcase would do a lot of good for them in the eyes of their fans. I think that there's no ill will to be earned in terms of getting on stage and showing this game off like they used to show off Halo titles. I think that 343 has done a lot to earn goodwill with the community, with Infinite, in every respect.
Game over.
I basically got 20 kills there. But I think that a full breakdown, 10 minutes long or more even, would do amazing things for this game. Anyway, guys, you guys let me know in the comments what you would like to see from E3, what you think is a little outrageous to expect, and what you think is a very reasonable expectation to have, okay? Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to check out my streams at least 3 days a week, right? That's what I've always said. That's what I'll continue to say. Thank you guys so much for being so supportive lately. It means the world to me. Twitch.tv/Pfhorbear to catch me live pretty often, like I was saying. And guys, until next time, be safe and have fun.